What is up, my bitter bros? Maine-iac here with the first of hopefully at least a few fantasy drafts for my league in NBA 2K19. Now, before I start this, I just want to give props to NBA 2K19 for having 5 times, no, a million times the story that Madden has in career mode. Because, oh wait, I forgot, Madden doesn't really have a career mode. Definitely not like NBA 2K, and that's what I love about NBA 2K. But anyway, we're gonna follow this. As you can see, we're doing serpentine fantasy order, so like an actual fantasy football draft or something like that. We got 82 games on, stuff like that. We're gonna be taking over the Boston Celtics because it doesn't really matter what team we have. As for random settings, we're gonna do most of this to auto. Injury, I want to keep manual just so I can actually see it pop up during the simulation. You guys should be able to see that as well. Roster changes, I want to do that manual just so they don't do too much trades. In-season free agent signing, I want to do that auto, but I want to keep trades manual because I don't want to have too much of our team traded away. In-season contract extensions, that can go auto. Call-ups and send-downs can go auto in case of injury. Draft, I'll just leave there. Team options, qualifying offers, target list, untouchables, I'll let those be manual as well. Trade block, I'll even have that set to auto as well, and see how it goes. As you can see, the Clippers got the first pick Durant over LeBron James. Pistons pick LeBron. Bulls with James Harden. Antetokounmpo going fourth, of course. Warriors with Anthony Davis. Ooh, the Warriors picked Anthony Davis over Steph Curry. So, how we're going to do this is we're going to see, like, maybe the first, all the picks up until our first pick. Then we'll make our first pick, then we'll just sim into the other picks, because otherwise, Tatum went 14th overall in the whole league. Jason Tatum just went 14th overall. And, I was going to say, out of the 30 teams, I picked 20th. Okay, now, we want someone with good game all around. We want someone who's a good three-point shooter, who can spread the offense, who can play decent defense. So, if, let's say I look at someone like DeMar DeRozan compared to a Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson's got better mid-range, better three-point, better inside D, perimeter D. Rebounding's just about the same. Gordon Hayward's not a bad option. Oladipo isn't terrible as well. But I'm gonna pick Klay Thompson here and draft Klay Thompson, number 21 overall. And then we'll send to our next selection here. Let's see who we got left. We already got a shooting guard in Klay Thompson. So that kind of puts CJ McCollum out of who we really need. So the choice is, do we want a starting point guard who's an 85 overall, or do we want a starting center? Now, stat-wise, Hassan Whiteside's better rebounding, but Gasol's better with playmaking, perimeter defense, three-point shooting, mid-range, and inside. So I'm going to pick Marc Gasol to pair with Klay Thompson, and I know that's probably a huge mistake right there, because we have a lot more picks to go. Okay, Paul Millsap is not a bad option, but we need a point guard, and you know what? I'm picking Millsap here. Millsap's going to be our starting forward. Why not? Why not? Choose player. We still need a point guard. Brogdon's here. Rozier's here. I'm going to pick up Rozier. Probably could have gone better. And I believe we still need... No. Okay, choose player. We still need a starting center, small forward. choose player. Let's see, we got Covington available, which is actually a really good choice. Or we could pick up Rudy Gay. Rudy Gay is 10 million a year. Covington is 10 million a year as well. Covington's more of a three-point shooter, but that's kind of what we lack right now. Rudy Gay is more all around. Trevor Ariza's there, but he lacks inside D, which is terrible against players like LeBron and stuff like that. So out of all these players, I'm going to pick up Covington for that three-point shooting. And then for the next 9 rounds, it's basically picking up good backups as well as we can. Now coming off the bench, I want to concentrate on three-point shooting and defense, which the combination of that is going to be interesting for sure. So I'm going to pick up Trevor Ariza there. Get some depth on a three-point shooting line. I can just hold it down. I didn't even realize I was clicking it individually. We definitely need more help as center play. So we're going to pick up Gortat for our inside defense, which is nice. Ilyasova's not bad, and he has good offensive stats. And if we look at our picks so far, we have picked up only 2 guards and basically the rest big men. So the question is, do we go guard to get more guard depth like Kent Bazemore or Wesley Matthews? Or do we stack up more big men like Ilyasova? I think Ilyasova, just because his contract's also pretty favorable with only the $6 million per year. And then we go to Wesley Matthews is still available. Or we can pick up Manu Ginobili, who's old as fuck. Oof. Maybe we might have waited too long for a backup guard. We got Courtney Lee here, who honestly isn't the worst, but we also have DJ Augustine here. I'm going to pick up Augustine. He's on the cheap. I'm not sure how much room I have left, so let me pick up Wesley Matthews as another backup guard there. We need plenty of them, trust me on that one. Now if we view draft picks, we got our backup guards, we got a backup center, power forward, and backup small forward. So we have, I believe, 2 of each. Because if you see point guard, power forward, center, small forward, and then it just, yeah, we got 2 of everything. So it's in the final 4 rounds of the draft. It's most likely going to be just who's the best depth here, who can get some points, whose contract isn't too huge to be saddled with. Marjanovic has decent inside defense, which is a big plus here. We already have 2 centers, but his inside offense isn't that good. Now we could get someone like Ryan Anderson, but his contract is so huge. CJ Miles, whose three-point shooting is decent. I'm going to go Miles here. I know that's a tough choice to go with, but I think he can play a few positions if needed to. Tony Allen, 36 years old. Good perimeter defense. Not so much good everywhere else, but his contract is extremely favorable. But we have Justin Holiday right here as well. And comparably, Holiday says he's better in three-point shooting, mid-range, but his defense is worse. But I kind of want to get Tony Allen, but that's a tough choice. If we review our draft picks here, we have. I'm thinking we need a power forward or a center, but the only ones really available are Anderson, Jerebko. And I don't like a power forward whose inside D is a D+, and perimeter D is an F. You're a power forward, but your defense sucks. That's never a good thing. But again, down here, you're not really going to find anybody who's good at everything. So, honestly, I think I'm going to go with Patrick Patterson. Seems to be solid all around. Only 1 year of control. Not too bad for 12th round. 13th round, one of the last 2 rounds here. Let's get going. As you can see, we got a lot of people here. Inside defense is a little weak for Garrett Temple, but let me just make sure I don't have too many guards. Not really. We could use a third center-ish, but we only have 2 guards at his position, and we only have 2 point guards. So getting an extra guard would be nice. So I'm gonna have to pick Garrett Temple. I feel like he could be some nice depth for our team. And then, lastly but not least, we could either go extra point guard or an extra center. That's the only positions we really have 2 at. I do like the idea of having extra guard play, but the only ones, as you can see here, are Kyle Korver, who is a great 3-point. In fact, I'm gonna pick up Kyle Korver. Maybe he'll come off the bench, 3rd, 4th option. Maybe get us some threes, get us some offense. Predictably, I'd say probably looking at a 46-36 record, if I had a guess. I mean, why is this our target list if this is, I don't know. It's tough. It's tough. We look at our roster. Point guards, we have Rozier and Augustine, so our point guards aren't great. For guards, we have Korver, Temple, Matthews, and Thompson, so some of them can stretch out to a point guard if need be. For small forwards, we have Covington, Ariza, and Miles. For power forwards, we have Millsap, Ilyasova, and Patterson. And for centers, we have Marc Gasol and Marcin Gortat. So a nice little combo right there. Like I said, I'm hoping for 46-36. I mean, that's a hope, but I'm not sure. Anyway, guys, if there's any good trade offers, I will pause the video right there and show you guys. Until then, I'll see you at the end of the season. Let's hope we do well. We got our first offer. Someone wants Wesley Matthews, and they want to give us Brandon Knight and a 2nd round pick. Like, a 2nd round pick from way back. So, I'm just going to click this for this. They want someone who's decent, who has actually a big salary. Holy shit. I didn't realize how much of a salary he had. But you're talking about a guy with a $14 million salary who's only a 74 overall point guard. Let's see, they also have Kemba Walker. So, I know this is silly to do, but let's remove this, and, oh, it's invalid. Let's see. Maybe I'll give you this. The Hawks are over the salary cap of $101 million. So, looks like we're turning down the offer there because Wesley Matthews is going to be a good depth role right there. So I'll get back to you guys if there's another trade offer made soon. Let's get going. Okay, my team started 3-13, so I'm going to propose a trade here. Now, we don't have a lot of cap space, and we need to improve badly. And like I said, our worst position is point guard, so I'm going to throw in a guy with a decent amount of salary that we don't necessarily need with Wesley Matthews. See if we can pick up a great point guard here. Trae Young is not the option. We need a really, really good point guard. I feel like if we want our team... Holy shit, Chris Paul's getting paid a lot of money. Damn, I didn't even realize that. D'Angelo Russell is over here. Could we maybe work out a deal here? I don't want to trade away another player. Maybe a pick. Maybe that pick. Okay. I mean, this is more of a 1-year simulation, so I'll offer you 3 first-round picks. So hopefully... I mean, I don't like doing that, but you know, it helps. It's hopefully it helps the team. Now if we look at our roster, it's a little bit more solid at the point guard position. I mean, it looks like Millsap's not doing too well. It does suck a little bit losing some shooting guard depth, but hope maybe that'll bring Temple a little bit more in there. Anyway, guys, let's get going. Hopefully we bounce back. Our record kind of sucks right now, and let's get going. Just had an interesting trade here. As you can see, the Knicks want to give us Blake Griffin for Paul Millsap. Now, if I stop simulation and review, let's see if it lets me real quick. Are you gonna let me review? Okay, maybe not. Why is it not? Oh, review pending trade. It says it's available, but it says Paul Millsap is a 3.5-star value, where Blake Griffin's not a 3.5-star value, and he has more salary too as well. We did lose Terry Rozier, so getting the extra skill might not be too bad. We'll see if we can milk a second-round pick out of this. Sure. I mean, we're 20 and 26, so we really have nothing to lose. Anyway, next interesting trade, I'll stop it again, but let's hopefully turn it around. Nothing else really major happened except for Rozier broke his wrist and was out 4 to 6 weeks. As you can see here, I'm not going to override any players, but we got LeBron James winning MVP for the Detroit Pistons, averaging 26.8 points, about 9 rebounds and about 9 assists, 1.5 steals, shooting 50%, which is nice to see. Now, Rookie of the Year goes to Luka Doncic for the Clippers with about 14 points, about 7 rebounds, 6.5 assists, shooting 40%, which isn't bad at all. Sixth man goes to Greg Monroe for the Spurs, averaging 15.5 points, 9.5 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal, and about 0.7 blocks per game, shooting 53%. That is not bad at all. Defensive of the Player of the Year goes to Draymond Green for the Denver Nuggets with 1.5 steals, 1.5 blocks per game. That's pretty dope as well. Most Improved Player goes to Beasley for the Thunder. Pretty good stats there. Coach of the Year goes to Popovich for the Spurs. And that's that. All NBA first team. I don't know if we got anybody on any of these teams, but let's check it out. We got James Harden, Russell Westbrook, LeBron James, Antetokounmpo, and Cousins. As you can see here, Harden plays for the Bulls, Russell for the Wizards, Antetokounmpo for the Pelicans, and DeMarcus Cousins for the Lakers. Second team, we didn't manage to get anybody on the second team either. We have John Wall for the Nets, Chris Paul for the Cavs, Kawhi for the Pacers, Davis for the Warriors, and Mavericks have Embiid. Third team, still nobody. Jokic, Simmons, Durant, Butler, and Irving. Defensive, we don't have anybody here. We don't have anybody here either. Wow. We don't have anybody on the rookie team or the rookie second team because we didn't pick any rookies. That kind of sucks. Didn't make the playoffs. And we see where we fell in the standings. 5 games out of playoff contention. We went 41 and 41 for an even 500. 3 games up at home, 3 games down the road. Did terrible in the conference and division. Averaged 107 points per game, which, ranking it by offenses, that is the 6th best offense in the league. But ranking it in defenses, that's the 6th worst defense in the league. Terrible point differential. As you can see here, our last 10, we only went 5 and 5. So that's reasonable to see. In the power rankings, we were 14th, so middle of the pack there as well. Season stats, let's check it out. If we look at player stats for the Celtics this season, Klay Thompson had a high right ankle sprain, which kind of sucks. Points per game, though, we have Thompson with 19.3, Griffin and Russell with about 17.5, the 2 players we acquired. Gasol had about 13.5, but no one else contributed like I thought they would, to be honest. Rozier had 9.7, but nobody else other than that was too impressive. Patterson never really saw the court, which is honestly surprising. Looking at their field goal percentage, Temple shooting only 33 is kind of weird. Covington and Ariza only shooting 38% is kind of weird to me. 3-point shooting percentage, Korver and Thompson. Well, Korver, that's what I got him for. Struggle on free throws. Defense, Temple struggled on defense, so did Gortat, Gasol. Our whole big men just struggle on defense. That sucks. If we look at our plus minus, our biggest hole here was Griffin. God damn it, should have never traded him. Traded for him. Interesting little project we managed to do. But, you know, hopefully we do better next time. And, yeah. Not too happy with that. We'll do better. I'm looking to possibly stream this if I do it again, so you guys can actually help me with the picks. If you're interested in that, comment in the comment section down below. I'll leave a link to my Twitch in the description. If you guys are interested, I'll leave a link. If not, I won't worry about it. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.